Hi everyone, welcome to my lecture on classification of research. So my name is Sarma, Rama Lingeswara. So according to my personal introduction, as per my introduction, I can give that I am a mechanical engineering graduate with MBA in finance and marketing from NIT Varangal, and I did MTech in robotics, and I am pursuing PhD in management. So this is my basic introduction. So the topic that I am going to discuss for today is classification of research. So basically, first we will start with discussion about what is meant by research. Research is made of two words. First word is re and search. That is searching again and again to find out new facts about the various phenomena occurring in this world or in this universe. So various phenomena, whether it is in sociology, whether it is in management, whether it is in engineering, whatever may be the field of research, the various research phenomena that are happening, we will observe, re and search. Again and again you are observing, again and again you are studying, again and again you are observing new phenomena and trying out to find out the reasons for this. All this comes under research. So this is basically about research. So we are going to find out what is the various classification of research. So how the research can basically be classified. So this we will go with this PowerPoint presentation. So the introduction goes like this. Classification of research into different categories is not highly rigid, clear-cut and sharp. Very important point. This is the reason why people are able to make research as a career for their whole time and whole life also. And there is always no such thing as very rigidly and clear-cut and sharply. There is no particular classification that this type of research falls into exactly this type of category. Sometimes it happens, but most of the times the classification of the research is not highly rigid, not clear-cut and sharp. The next point is, in many ways they appear to overlap one another. That's what I was trying to say. In many ways they appear to overlap one another. Research may be classified according to its major intent or purpose or the methods used. So, what is the purpose of research? Based on that, we can classify research into some categories. So, research may be classified according to its major intent or purpose or the methods used. So, one classification is based on what is the purpose of the research, and the other classification is based on what are the methods used. And on the basis of the method that you are using, you are classifying the research into few categories. And on the purpose for which this research is conducted, you are classifying the research into some other categories. That we will see now. So as I said earlier, classification based on intent or purpose. So look at this. These are the various ways in which we can classify based on intent or purpose of the research. First one is pure research. Second one is applied research. Third one is exploratory research. Fourth one is descriptive research. Fifth one is diagnostic study. Sixth one is evaluation study. And seventh one is action research. So these are the various research classifications based on what? They are based on purpose. They are based on the purpose of the intent. Based on the intent or purpose, we can classify these categories. Next, as I said earlier, classification is based on method also. The method you are adapting to carry out the research. Based on this also you classify the research. And this research is based on experimental research, analytical study, historical research, survey research, case study and field studies. Again I am repeating, they are experimental research, analytical study, historical research, survey research, case study and field studies. So the first topic we are discussing about type of classifications. In the type of classifications we are discussing about classification based on intent or purpose. The first one is pure research. Pure research means what we understand by pure research. Pure or fundamental research is conducted for the purpose of developing scientific theories by discovering basic principles or broad generalization of a discipline rather than for the purpose of solving some immediate problems. So again, I am repeating this. Pure fundamental research, what is it? It is conducted for the purpose of developing scientific theories. So various theories are developed in the pure research. How they are developed? By discovering basic principles or broad generalizations of a discipline rather than for the purpose of solving some immediate problems. So remember this point very clearly. The pure research is not supposed to solve the immediate problem, but it finds out some generalizations, discovers generalizations, develops generalizations based on discovering basic principles of broad generalization of a discipline. So it develops the scientific theories also. So this is what pure research essentially does. Important point is it's not used for immediate problems. For solving immediate problems, you don't go for pure research. For developing theories, you go for pure research. So pure research helps in developing general theories, which will help in solving many practical problems. This is the important thing. For example, there are theories of motivation. You can apply these theories of motivation for satisfaction of employees in an organization. So the theory is theory of motivation, but you are applying it for practical problems. So pure research in many ways helps us to use the theories for solving many practical problems. So example of pure research is again one of the example of pure research is Maslow's theory of motivation serves as a guideline for formulating incentive schemes for employees in the organizations. So incentive schemes in the organizations of any kind, the employees are given incentive schemes based on Maslow's theories of motivation. They act as a guideline. Similarly, by applying scientific knowledge developed by pure researchers, various appliances like radio, television, and computers have been invented. So how the pure research is useful? By applying scientific knowledge developed by pure researchers, various appliances like radio, television, and computers have been invented. So the various appliances like radio, television, and computers, they are developed by applying the theory to the practical situation. Thus, pure research lays foundation for applied research. This is the fundamental. Pure research always lays the foundation for the applied research. Now let us see what is meant by applied research. The purpose of applied research is to improve a product or a process and to test theoretical concepts in actual problematic situations. What is the purpose of applied research? To improve a product or a process and to test the theoretical concepts in actual problematic situations. As we discussed earlier, the pure research forms the basis for applied research. Here the same thing is repeated. Test the theoretical concepts in actual problematic situations. It is mainly problem-oriented and action-oriented. Very important. Applied research is mainly problem-oriented and action-oriented. It seeks an immediate and practical result. So what does it seek? What does it try to say is, it seeks an immediate and practical result. Now coming to applied research. Applied research helps in, what does it help in? What are the areas in which it helps? Integration of many theories and principles of various disciplines. So applied research helps in integration of many theories and principles of various disciplines. So what it does, various theories are taken and from various disciplines you are taking the theories and you are integrating. So you are integrating many theories and principles of various disciplines. Second point is conceptual clarification by operationalizing the concepts. This gives conceptual clarification. It helps in conceptual clarification. Third point, testing the validity of existing theories. So whether the theory is valid in the practical situation or not, it is decided by the applied research. What does it do? It tests the validity of the existing theories. Fourth point, contributing new facts which enrich the concerned body of information. So you are contributing to the new facts. You are contributing new facts to develop the concerned body of knowledge. Examples of applied research are marketing research is carried out to develop new marketing strategies. Similarly, educational research is carried out to find new methods of teaching and learning process. For example, marketing research, whether if I get into the market with a so-and-so product, whether I will be successful, whether this product will be successful, they all may be studied in the marketing research. So this develops a new marketing strategy for the organization. This is an example of applied research. Similarly, educational research is carried out to find new methods of teaching and learning processes. Next one is exploratory research. It is the preliminary study of an unfamiliar problem about which the research has little or no knowledge. So look at this point very carefully. It is a preliminary study of an unfamiliar problem. What is it? It is a preliminary study of what? Of an unfamiliar problem about which the researcher has little or no knowledge. So the important point is the researcher in this case of exploratory research will not have much knowledge about it. He may have little or no knowledge about it, but he takes a preliminary study of an unfamiliar problem. So similarly, exploratory research is necessary to get initial sight into the problem for the purpose of formulating more precise investigation. So what does exploratory research do? It is necessary to get initial insight into the problem for the purpose of formulating more precise investigation. So earlier we don't have any knowledge about the problem. So we are trying to find out the initial insight into the problem for the purpose of formulating more precise investigation. So exploratory research, purpose of the exploratory research is to make a precise formulation of the problem. Second point is increase the researcher's familiarity with the problem. Third one is identify the causes of problems. Fourth one is determine whether it is feasible to take it as a research study. Exploratory research. To detect the possible reasons for bottlenecks in the functioning of two health centers, one can compare two health centers, one that is functioning well and the other that does not function satisfactorily. So we are trying to find out, to detect the possible reasons for bottlenecks in the functioning of two health centers. So what we are doing essentially, one can compare two health centers, one that is functioning well and the other that does not function satisfactorily. Descriptive research. It is a fact-finding investigation describing, recording, analyzing and interpreting conditions that exist. You are finding the fact, you are finding something and you are through the investigation that you are describing a phenomenon, recording facts and analyzing and interpreting conditions that exist. So this is used to explain a phenomenon. It is a fact-finding investigation. First point. It is a fact-finding investigation. Then about what? It is describing, it is recording, analyzing and interpreting conditions that exist. So the next point is it helps to discover relationship between existing non-manipulative variables. So discover relationship between what? Existing and non-manipulative variables, right? The next point is it gives proper basis for understanding and solving current problems and guides in planning and formulation of policies. It gives proper basis for understanding and solving current problems. So current problems can be solved. It gives proper basis for understanding and solving current problems. For solving current problems, it gives basis for understanding and guides in planning and formulation of policies. Descriptive research. Information may be collected through interviews, questionnaires, or systematic direct observation. So, for the descriptive research, how the information is collected? It can be collected through interviews, it can be collected through questionnaires, it can be collected through systematic direct observation. So, what is the purpose of descriptive research? The purpose is receive evidence concerning existing standard. So you are trying to find out the evidence concerning the existing standard. Identify norms with which to compare present conditions in order to plan for the next step. What we are to do next step? Identify norms with which to compare present conditions in order to plan for the next step. Provide facts needed for planning social action programs. Right? So now I am giving the example of this descriptive research. Several descriptive studies have developed to formulate policies in solving certain problems. Evaluation of immunization coverage among children and of useful insight of any event that occurred in the population. This is an example of descriptive research. Evaluation of immunization coverage among children and of useful insight of any event that occurred in the population. Next type of study is diagnostic study. It is directed towards discovering what is happening, why it is happening, and what is done about it. It aims at identifying the causes of a problem and the possible solutions for it. While a descriptive study is oriented towards finding out what is occurring, a diagnostic study is directed towards discovering why it is occurring and what can be done about it. The best example is medical diagnosis. We can take of Of course, I'm not talking about the research, but suppose if you go to a doctor, he will ask you to get diagnosed for a particular test. So what he is doing, he is understanding why it is occurring and what can be done about it. So this is how a diagnosis of a patient helps the doctor. Similarly, diagnostic study helps us to find out why a phenomenon is occurring and what can be done about it. Scientific study is directed towards discovering why it is occurring and what can be done about it. Diagnostic study is necessary in testing whether certain variables are associated. It is more actively guided by hypothesis. Diagnostic study is necessary in testing whether certain variables are associated. So, what does it mean? Diagnostic study is necessary in what? It is necessary in testing whether certain variables are associated. That is, for example, if I am finding in the diagnosis of a test if I am tested for typhoid, if someone is tested for malaria or some other disease or like. So whether certain variables are associated, whether certain microorganisms are placed, whether some virus or whether some bacteria they are present in the body or not. So similarly, diagnostic study is necessary to testing whether certain variables are associated. So it is more actively guided by hypothesis. So hypothesis you may be knowing in the post-graduation level and graduation also you may have got this point hypothesis. So I am not going into that point. Example of diagnostic study is identifying the factors associated with infant mortality helps to find out the causes for infant mortality. So what does it happen? How does it happen? You are identifying the factors associated with the infant mortality. So you have identified what reasons are leading to the infant mortality. So what is the use of it? As I said earlier, why it is happening and what can be done about it. What can be done about it helps us to find out the causes for infant mortality. So the factors associated with infant mortality you are identifying and finding out the causes for infant mortality. So this is how diagnostic study goes on. Next one is evaluation study. It is done for assessing the effectiveness of social or economic programs implemented or for assessing the impact of developmental projects. So what does evaluation study do? It is done for assessing the effectiveness of the social or economic programs implemented or for assessing the impact of developmental projects. For example, government implements so many plans like Rozgar Yojanas or some employment schemes or like. So any program, academic programs like this, any programs of social or academic programs, it is done for assessing the effectiveness of social or academic programs implemented or for assessing the impact of development projects. So and so employment scheme has been implemented. What is the impact on the society? What is the economic impact on the society? What is the social impact on the society? Or a group of people, or in a village, or on the development with the use of these development projects. Once these development projects are implemented, how it is impacting the village or a small region that you have considered, maybe small region or a city that you have considered. Whatever may be the case, you are trying out to find the impact of developmental projects. Evaluative research is necessary to assess or appraise the quality and quantity of an activity and its performance, and to specify the attributes and conditions required for its success. What is evaluative research? Why evaluative research is necessary? Evaluative research is necessary to assess or appraise the quality and quantity of an activity and its performance. So you are finding out the quality and quantity of the activity, that is any employment scheme or any economic programs, and to specify the attributes and conditions required for success. Now, after evaluation, you are specifying the conditions required for the success of these programs. So, example, evaluating the impact of various rural development programs on rural, as I said earlier. Evaluating the impact of various rural development programs and various schemes for employment or schemes for developing the skill set in an area, like so. Evaluating the impact of various rural development programs on rural people is an example of evaluation. Action research. Action research is focused on immediate application, not on the development of the theory. Very important point. Action research is focused on immediate application, not on the development of theory. As earlier we have seen, field research is aimed at developing a theory, but action research is focused on immediate application, not even on later on applications. An immediate application, not on the development. It is a concurrent evaluation study of an action program launched for solving a problem or for improving an existing situation. What does it do? It is a concurrent evaluation study. As we have discussed in the evaluation study, so the evaluation study studies how your economic program has been implemented like that. Similarly, it is a concurrent evaluation study of an action program launched for solving a problem or for improving an existing situation. This research is more successful in bridging the perceived gap between practice practiced and the practice desired. So, what is the practice that we have chosen, and what is the practice that is desired? So, this gap is bridged with the help of can be bridged with the help of action research. Example of action research is change in dietary pattern can be examined before and after giving nutrition to mothers in a village. What is the best example of action research? Change in dietary pattern can be examined before and after giving nutrition to mothers in a village. So with this I conclude myself. Thank you all for giving this opportunity, and especially I thank Future Pride for giving us this opportunity to meet, participate in this competition. And also I thank Mr. Vineet sir, who from IIT, he is a scholar from IIT Hyderabad. He has introduced me to Future Pride. I am extremely thankful to him. Thank you, sir, Vineet sir. Thanks to Ankam sir and Suresh sir and Ishwar sir and all the members of the jury and all the organizers of this event. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. With this, I take leave. Thank you so much.